Good. All right. Hey guys. So today I want to paint this 2 squads. Yeah, there are like just gold trim left. If you have any questions regarding previous steps, happy to share. Soon I hope I will montage this video to my channel as well, so subscribe if you didn't do that. There are always regular content and like only tutorials, so I just don't upload any other kind of video format, just tutorials end to end. So yeah, happy if you will support and join to my channel. Good, I hope you can hear me well. Please give me a like or plus and a comment. And yeah, because I just want to check. Hi Kofan. Guys, give me a like if you can hear me. I hope. I just switched my external microphone. I hope it should be better for you to hear me pretty well. It's with no noise cancellation, so I think it should be more relevant than just do recording of the voice from the iPhone. Good. Hey guys, thanks for a like. Thanks for joining. If you have any topics, any questions, feel free to share in the chat. Hope you subscribe to my channel. There are a lot of content, only end-to-end tutorials. Nothing more, just more useful and more relevant content. So feel free to join. If you have any question regarding like previous step for these miniatures, again, I will tutorial for these models as well. So if you have any question, feel free, or topics you would like to discuss. Good. Okay, so I'm doing trim. I'm still waiting for my markers. I'm going to test, so I'm waiting for a couple markers, mostly metallic, and I want to try. Maybe it might be more useful and interesting for exactly trim painting. So yeah, let's check. I definitely will do immediately the new video with the kind of experiment. So very interesting, and I think that it should help. I don't know like for such part, but actually speed paint, metallic gold markers apply pretty nice, even like on dark surface. So why not? and that should be killer feature, I think, especially for some armies, like example our world eaters. That should be definitely great benefit. All right, so let's just do our trims. I like this step actually. They look so nice after this final blue trimming step. I apply the regular paints without any mixing with water, just as is. And I take a bit more on the brush because I'm going to apply the first step with the proper like coat. And let's check. If you have any questions, again, guys, feel free to share your topics in the chat. That's pretty nice animals. And actually, regarding the armor, I just touch with the tip it should be strong skin shade. Yeah, strong skin shade. So I think some wash or shade should be pretty nice for this purpose. There was some pattern, so I just very gently touch, and it's great. This. Yeah, thanks Phil. Thanks for your comment. I hope you joined my channel, guys. I hope. And yeah, I usually do live streaming only on YouTube. They're like the best audience. People definitely join, watching, a lot of talks, a lot of feedback, communication. So nice, so kind. So my main platform for streaming, it's YouTube for sure. Iron Warriors, yes. I thought already. So I had my project with, where is it, these guys, with Age of Sigmar, and yeah, I just painted different guys in, like, you can find on a channel, so in different chapters. And yeah, probably this man I will just get back him to black and we'll do Iron Warriors, I assume. I don't remember, do they have different armor color scheme between 30 and 40k? I'm not sure, probably not. Good, yeah. Yeah, I'll do definitely. There are like a lot of plans, guys. I have a lot of minis. I have a lot of content, probably currently in montage. I have a list of 70 videos. I need to finish, I need to upload them to my channel, and definitely. But yeah, I have always like a month ahead some like plan that I'm going to publish. So you always will understand that you will get content from my side every week by the schedule, no excuses. And I also do some like extra content, then I post like more ad hoc. So I have always a month ahead, and I have like ad hoc some video content I'm going to share probably faster with you. So I will try to do this Iron Warrior faster, guys, because I have already uploaded a lot of video that's going to be published soon. Okay, what is the part? It looks like, let me just check how I did from this man. Yeah, actually the same. Good. If any questions, guys, feel free. No, you can maybe share in chat. Are you like part of this community and hobby, Warhammer, other maybe tabletop games or not? if you are novice and you have some, like, I don't know, even very basic question, feel free to ask. Yeah, definitely, that's amazing community. And actually I saw so many different kind of people, like dentists, IT consultants, I don't know, like sales managers. I saw everyone probably in this community. And that's always so kind, like so interesting to play with the people, to share some experience. Good. And I think that my gold is a bit ending. Need to order new paints. Actually, regarding the cost of the paints, this bottle probably a painting over a half year, regular use it, probably almost in each miniature. There are some gold parts. When the parts are small, I usually use regular paints instead of contrast or speed paint, because yeah, with contrast it's more liquid and you need to be more careful with the small elements. Hi, Angel. Thanks for joining, and hope guys you all subscribe to my channel. And yeah, and you will see a lot of new content this week as well. I know I can probably spoiler about the content. What is the content this week? So there's so many content that I need even just to check on my page what actually was planned. Good. Thanks for your likes, guys. Thanks for your support. Feel free to share any thoughts and comments on the chat. Happy to discuss, happy to answer some questions. So yeah, today we just going to finish these cool squats. From Age of Sigmar. And I love your artwork, such as I can't do to look at. Look at it. Ours. Thanks for support. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. That's really motivate me to spend tons of money on this. But yeah, that's so cool, so interesting. I really love this part of my hobby. Yep. There's so many miniatures ahead. That's like a big not issue, but like a regular part for any probably Warhammer player, or like people who just painting the miniatures. So in beginning you always think that there are not enough miniature, you need more, but then becoming a time when you have tons of new miniatures and you don't have a time just to finish all of them. Yeah, but we will finish. And I try to post like content different one that is won't be boring for you, and you always see something new, some interesting tips. I started my new rubric, tools. Yeah, because there are like a lot of questions around of it, what I'm using. So we are happy just to share with you. And yeah, I will do more video about that. I missed here my Caribbean gold to apply it. Alright guys, don't forget to join the channel. There are tons of content ahead. And here is the face. I need carefully reach it out. I just got into the hobby after the shorts and all of the tip. It's really out here. Highlighting trick was how I didn't anymore discover earlier. To be honest, that was like as well spontaneously for me. I just highlighted, and there was like pretty long with that's okay actually, absolutely to doing it with brush. Many people just complain about that I'm not using the brush for this purpose, but I just order it actually these sponges, or how they like microfibers sticks, not for this purpose. That was ordered to apply oil paint. I planned to do oil wash by myself and do white scars armor. But then like there was some set from Amazon, some cheap one, I think that somewhere from AliExpress or Temu was initially bought, and there was some small sticks, and I saw that actually they should work, because it's not just a coat, so it's microfiber and it applied pretty well. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, and this like very controversial video, because like there are a lot of reaction on it and still like a lot of discussion. Some people said this is good tip, especially if you are just new one in this hobby. Another one just say that it's like heresy and you need to learn how to use brush. This proposes. But I think my vision that hobby should bring happiness for you, first of all, no matter what other people say, and if you do, no matter what kind you apply. Because there as well like complaints about like contrast paint, but when you have a big army and you have, I don't know, like 100 models and paint them in detail with like all lights, just step by step, it might take like a year or maybe years. But with contrast paint, with speed paint, that definitely works super cool with a great effect and super nice result. Just to start playing pretty soon. Dude, it's amazing. How are you? Red Note and Age of Sigmar mini looks. Thanks. I painted my Blood Angels Terminators. Freaking let me tell you, it's a Bethany. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Yeah, really glad that was helpful. And yeah, I'm happy that it's like just give opportunity for other people to start with the hobby, because it's not so complicated, but it's still so cool. And yeah, that's absolutely amazing. Good. Okay. Yeah, we need to put Okay, that's cold. I need to clear my brush a bit often. The metal color. I usually use this brush soap. It's very useful. Pretty simple to clean up your brush. Okay. Genghis Khan, maybe. Okay. Let's just continue. Actually, was interested. Maybe I will try, like, let me check. Maybe I'm going to use speed paint. We still don't know. My favorite, yeah, actually, my favorite Grey Knights. I really love to paint them. They're super cool. I like their lore, and actually, this watch chapter that's super interesting for me. Like there was so cool sets, but they didn't, like the Game Workshop didn't update it. And yeah, this like Grey Knights I love a lot. Like this guy with banner, with my lovest man with a big banner, like this one. They're so cool. I so relaxing painting this cool guys. But like my complaint that they are still so small in comparing with other miniatures. Like there's the Terminator bigger, so like everybody, even like Militarum, they are bigger than. Probably that's because they're too old and they need to refresh, but they like refresh a lot Ultramarines, but not the chapter they should do. Yeah. Yeah, I actually also planned to buy this old set with there was some. Yeah, thanks. They're really cool. They're really cool. I agree. And like painting them so as well. Okay, here's a gem. I will paint gem later and probably just over with this gold trim. Okay, there's some gold elements. Let's just paint as well. Okay, but like with trimming this already looking so cool. You just create the contrast, right? So we just create the contrast for between of the colors. That's the main purpose actually, right? When we just creating with all of these highlights, so on, just here's the rumor that blood angels, wolves, and green eyes will get the induced models refreshed on 11. I hope. Yeah. Let's wait. Sometime probably they need to update these cool miniatures. It's like this watch, they're so cool. But they like this old set, it's like a small. And good. What else? Here like a lot of elements. So yeah, I definitely think markers should help me a lot. A lot of elements that need to paint a long time. And that's not the mini as I just did on my channel with Southern Suns, when you can just apply the primer over the whole miniature, gold primer, and then just paint blue color. And that's really super fast solution because I tested. And yeah, paint like Thousand Suns with the base color is not so fast. And Guard, Gothic Combat Patrol, and U Chap Master and a detachment. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Need to check. Maybe I missed it, or maybe not. Maybe I saw. Yeah, probably I saw the last updated mini. Yeah, I so like to paint this different heroes. I have a lot of actually had. Let me just show you, especially this one will be soon. So cool. And this one as well. Pretty nice. I think that should be super interesting. So join the channel. Definitely a lot of content ahead, guys. A lot of content. And only tutorials, nothing more. So only tutorials, tips. I would like to create the biggest library with some like quick solution for painting. Not only quick, probably there was a lot of requests to make some video with glazing, with non-metal metal elements. Where is my... here is it. So yeah, I even prepared. So this will be like steel. We'll paint the face separately. We paint the like the metal with or colors, some golds. No, probably the shield will be gold. Yeah, I assume we will do it with yellow, rest of the colors. Oh, in a day. Yeah, that's pretty fast, pretty fast. Good. Okay. Maybe, yeah, maybe it was limited. Maybe that was just, yeah, like some test run. I was going to be, I'm going to paint like just gold. I want to paint this in a gem. I will add gem here and here. Good, this I will finish later. Switch to the next one. Look at this cool man on a horse. Cool man on a horse. He actually did different color of horses. I was interested in, so yeah, that's pretty nice. Not so complicated. This as well, more like whitish gray. Is like a brown one, and this one black one. So pretty nice horses. We got it. Going to be painting my first miniature soon. Any beginner's tip like dry brush? Sure. Actually, absolutely any question you can ask right now. Feel free. Regarding like, so what I can recommend for beginning, like first of all, that's like of course, like always primering, and even for beginners, I strongly recommend to think about airbrush. That not so complicated. That's super helpful with like primering. That's super helpful with some like effects, and even an expensive airbrush help a lot. And that's a topic that a lot of people just avoid because of complexity, they think, and that's not. And even like cheap one, I think together with compressor will be cheaper than one box of Game Workshop miniatures. So that's great investment. Have army to start in the Raptor army, but combat patrol soldier. Very first mini, do you in dark color first or light color? Actually, no matter which color, and I can recommend like just if you want to go with dark color, the cool tip actually I just have on a channel with Black Templars. I recommend to do dry brush. That's actually answering to the question before. So the dry brush technique is pretty simple, right? So let's even do some example. Where is my like some old miniatures? Let's just take something. Let's take this guy. Okay, so the main conception. Let me just show you the quick tip, guys. I will take some. I recommend to use light white color. That's always happen when I just start in stream. I just start in doing something another like instead of my plans. So let's take any color. Let's take this light one. Let's see. The main idea, I'm going to do dry brush. So you don't need the water. You just like take your brush, just carefully touch it in a paint. That's all. And you need, or like some palette you need, or probably just a paper towel. And then after you remove almost all paint, so it doesn't paint anymore, right? Like we can see here, we just starting to apply across the recessions. So this, you're just applying and highlighting it. So the main idea, let me just probably to do it on the armor, that's more interesting for you might be. Dem guards, dead guards, yeah, we have them as well. We have them as well on the channel. So like, let's just, so you can see that it is like the rest of the paint on the brush, just try to keep for the top parts on the miniature. And then actually after that, so we see like some shadow, some highlighting, that's okay. And then after that, I recommend to use contrast black. Like in Army Painter, it's green black. Contrast the tip, like always for contrast, use some cheap pop-it. Because pop-it, that's absolutely like killer feature. You easily can just remove any like dried paints. And look at it. So when we just apply, again, we can apply black, or if you use contrast, don't forget about the contrast medium. Let me just find it. That's a brush medium, not that's. So yeah, for contrast, you always have medium, don't mix with the water. And I will do it a bit lighter, the black that you will see, the actual difference. Let me just take a bit bigger brush. Mix it for you, and look at it. Look at it. I will apply over that, and that will highlight under the black. So I get it black back, but you see that you have all shadings, you have all highlights on the dark. And I did for, I probably won't find right now, but actually that create cool black armor. Yeah, and give you like, that's pretty easy with the dark as well. With the white, you need to be a bit more careful, especially if, yeah, if not just a light but white color, but that's not so complicated as well. If you don't know, like, not sure that you can, I don't know, like paint the rest of the miniature after you just apply white color and you're going to keep it, so you can just cover it with like glazing varnish, and it give you like some protection. And after, like, if you will apply some like color, another color on the white armor, you can easily just remove with the water. So why glossy, not just matte varnish, because matte has like more structure that's just keep paint. On the glossy, it's just like easy to remove and clean up. I love watching people do miniatures. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Thank man. There's game or something. Yeah, that's from Warhammer games. That's exactly for Warhammer Age of Sigmar universe. So yeah, let's continue with our gold trims. So yeah, I took a bit different brush, and it's bigger. I just tried like some brush in my art shop. I saw like 4 miniatures from Da Vinci, and yeah, they are so big. They are cool for contrast, especially when you have big surface, but for small parts I prefer my Winsor and Newton. Good. So yeah, if any other questions regarding like especially for beginners who just started the hobby, if you are not sure about some topics, feel free to share. Let me just check quickly in the channel. Thanks for the... I saw the Raptor chap. I have a... Cool. Yeah, that's amazing. So hope guys you all just subscribe to my channel, because there are tons of content regularly, already probably 150, and like I just posting from 5 to 8 new tutorials every week. Try to do different tutorials, different miniatures, try to cover your quest. So yeah, I'm not collecting all of this armor, but definitely... What is a little node in the bottom? This one? That's from Raked Grass, the mat, and yeah, pretty nice. And they have this like a standard solution. So the main idea that when you just apply base color, that's you can usually see on a paints, like, where is it? You need some like here. They could be applied as a primer, and usually base color they, or like from, let me just, I have, no, that's green stuff, that's, yeah, like this base color from Citadel. So better to apply with one part of the water. So actually that mean that you never should go with just paint from the bottle. Always try to apply it on the like paper sheet or on wet palette, other like plastic palette, no matter. It just will dry faster, but that's okay. When you're just painting, that's normal. And but yeah, always just to mix with water. So here is just explanation, like for ages, what kind of like what is the ratio should be. For wash, you just apply, and like you need less pigment, so it should apply with the like very thin layer. Yeah, that's the main idea of it. That's like standard recommendation you can find everywhere. But yeah, actually, especially when just starting painting, that's not obvious stuff. Good. You actually can just, in my description of my channel, there's Patreon. If you can support, you like my channel, because it's not commercial. I do all end-to-end and all publish in public, but just support. Happy if you can join. But here, like on a Patreon, there are posts for free with like infographic for especially how to start this hobby. So you can just go there and like find this PDF. It's pretty big. I like consider a different way how I can store it, because it was so big infographic I created step by step, like where I would like to have focus when I started. I think that's very usually video for many artists, like in the internet, like to share own experience how they started the hobby, and like probably just highlight some mistakes. I think that's very important. And as many like this good material we have, then like easier for many people just to find it out. And yeah, so you have any other question regarding like especially for the new people in this hobby? I'm happy to just comment and answer, maybe show as we did for this cool guy. So we can see that's pretty nice. That's black. You can see like highlights, so you see the form. It's not just a flat with just black. So that's super cool. For Black Templar, that's like super nice. But I even just apply that it was, I forgot what was the color, that was like a blue one, very like light color, and yeah, I just applied significantly on the surface and cover with the black, and that's cool. Result: I'm watching more of beginner mistake video than tutorials. and really help people who are just started. Thanks, man. That's really support me. Such words support me a lot, because that's my fully like enthusiasm to do that, because I really have a lot of fun from this hobby, and this hobby probably just crossed a lot of my other hobbies. And yes, so I definitely rebuilt my like general balance between my hobbies and spend a lot of time on it. And it's like very relaxing, especially painting this mini, super cool. Playing, that's super nice, because as I mentioned before, there's so cool community around of it. It's not just a geek, it's just like a people who definitely interested in some cool board games, war games. So always interesting. That's time spending with them. That very refreshing. Good. How do you find inform bottom? That mat from Red Grass. I bought this lamp from Red Grass. That's very expensive, but super cool actually. That lamp has CRI index 95 and allow me to transfer in camera the whole range of colors. That's very important and super safely for eyes. And these guys, we just had a chat with them, and they shared with me these like holders. Super cool. I like this, especially when I just painting the small items. And they shared the mat with me as well. So that's not actually possible to buy everywhere, but yeah. As for this part, you can just find it like water paint ratio. I think Google give you like immediately this picture. Let me even just try to check, and yeah, you probably will see it a couple times, and you won't be anymore needed. Okay, let's careful touch. Here is like a gold armor on a horse, and good. So paint water ratio. And I switch to images. Let's add Warhammer. It's easier for Google to find the proper context. Yeah, and here like already some description. So what do you need, like what amount of drops you need for a base, for glazing. So you don't need like, you can buy mat everywhere, but that's pretty nice mat from Redgrass. Okay. Okay. And some numbers. There's jump for a while. Yeah, I appreciate your support and your comments. Thanks. And yeah, I hope all you guys subscribe to my channel. We have really cool community. I think around 23,000 amazing people across all channels. So yeah. Yeah, what else? Any other questions, guys? Yeah, it's like my recommendation, you can see I just paint trim in the end, so like always start with like a down layer and like just to paint it. That's super, like with this guys, I just apply the contrast and this like for the main armor and just trim over that, so you can see they are a bit up from the lever perspective. And like if you even have some mistake with the next layer, you always can fix it just with painting like the next color. So the same with the trims. You can see that I, for example, like have some mistake here when I paint my like horse, and I just easily can with the next final layer just to fix it. That's all. So, and don't be afraid to make some mistakes. You always can just repaint with the previous color, with the base color, even like fully remove the old paints and just to start from the beginning. Some of my miniatures I repainted maybe like 10 times, and they still like enough detailed to paint in another chapter, for example. Okay, you just do whatever colors you want. Pictures and characters colors. For some of them I'll do as I want. For these guys I'm just doing from how they're looking from the box, but as you can see they're like almost the same color for the horses, but I did a difference, so I have like a black one. But yeah, and like for example they have like gold elements here, and only on a shield they're like blue. But I thought that for contrast, blue on a white for like every side will be nice. You can check it on the final like result. So I think that's pretty cool from my point of view. Good. Let me just quickly clean up because I didn't refresh my brush for a long time. Need to update it. Just tick. And okay, so hope you all joined, and just finish. Okay, I'm not sure I have this color more, so I will try probably. Yeah, that's like the white color and gold color was finished first from the sets. Let me just check. Probably I will take my gold contrast. I use usually glitter and loot, so that should be nice. And where is it? Yeah, here is it. So glitter and loot. As a contrast one. Let's just try. And again, like why I like this form factor, but not this army painter. I probably not army painter, citadel. That's like okay, that's technical, not like just compare with this one. But for example, with this, so to mix it, especially when there are a lot of pigments, it's very difficult. And usually I buy here like extra metal balls. And here you have already metal balls, and you actually can add. You can always just measure exactly what amount do you need to add for your ratio to repeat the color. So you can see that's like steel pigment here is already not. And I just need to mix it properly because our main purpose that we, and again, when I hear my balls, you can just see that is like already better. When I hear it, that means that it's mixing somehow. But for example, I have some colors that probably like this one, I don't hear. So I need to mix more stronger than I hear. That's meaning that's actually main pigment just like on the bottom. Yeah, that's good. Like on the bottom, and I need to get it. Otherwise, I won't have so cool color and surface. Right, so let's take our puppet and let's continue very carefully, just quickly touching the tip. Okay, good. If any questions, guys, again, feel free to share, ask. Happy to answer all your questions you're interested in. Maybe you have some suggestions. Happy to hear. Good. Here we have as well. Here on the helm we have. Oh, sorry, I need to be in the focus of my camera. So as you can see, the contrast is very liquid. So you need to be a bit careful, especially when you just try to paint some small parts. And actually metal contrast apply pretty well across even like a dark base. Here probably need to add some regular color, like regular paint. Alright, here as well. So as you can see, I just apply the Caribbean Ocean contrast on this surface and just painted this like gold gems. So with the next color, just apply that back. All right. Thanks for likes, guys. Okay, we have gold elements here. You paint them. And from this side, again, you can see on the black it as well apply pretty well. Just cover black background. Good. And here down we have as well. Good. Here as well. Should be gold. All right. So for these edges, I can just use edge of my brush. Again, it's like very liquid, so I don't try to take a lot of the paints because it will start spread across the whole model, and I don't need this. Good. Let's take a bit more. Just walk with the tip of the brush. Okay, in a place we can just paint with the side of the brush. I will do that. Okay. Need a bit clean up my brush. There's still a lot of paint pigments on it. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any comments? So maybe some updates from your side. Maybe you paint right now something, or some miniatures are in progress from your end. Good. Okay, yeah, that's better. That's much better. Let's just continue. Okay. We have on a helm. Like a small parts. I just hold my breath like a sniper. Do not do the mistake. Can it possible always to fix? Okay. Good. Thanks for likes, guys. All right. Good. The shield left. I will do it later. Okay, here like some elements on a head. No, head is finished. Probably then let's just put in the wrist. Yeah, I think marker should be pretty good for this purpose. Actually, guys, can you hear me well or not? So I just connected my external microphone. I'm testing already a second stream, Holy Land. Pretty nice microphones, I think. So hope you can hear me very well. Good. Alright, here like small gold elements. You'll just shortly touch. No more. It's absolutely enough. Here I see as well small trim. Good. And then a shoulder. Good. All right. Let's take this one. Next one with a bow. Thanks for joining, guys. Hope you subscribe to my channel. And thanks a lot for your likes. As usually, just quick reminder that I'm just publishing only tutorials for different miniatures, nothing more, just end-to-end quick tutorials, all in Reels. So I think that should be pretty nice additional content to your Reels line. So yeah, that's color plus pretty good. And just apply here carefully, gain the final edge, or like edge highlighting, or this gold trimming, give so like enrich the model. Actually allow to fix a lot of issues, because you can see here's like a part was painted together with like my animal, but we can just fix it and that's all. So the end gold trimming, that's always easy. Hi guys, hi, thanks for support in the comments and your likes. Hope you are doing great. All right, and let me know if you have any comments or questions. So we are going to finish this squad. To be honest, 2 squads today. They have 5 miniatures in each one. So here is like a finishing line for this miniature. So we just apply gold trimming in the end. All right. All right. Where are you from, guys? Joining to the stream. And what are you doing right now? I don't know, maybe you somewhere from North America and just like have a lunch, or somewhere from the Europe, China, Asia, anywhere. Interesting. What was like your current situation? You just joined the stream. I didn't announce it. Actually, yeah, I announced a couple of times, but like a lot of great people just joined after I just started. So, and we had so cool live streams before with like 100 comments, interesting topics we discuss with all audience. So I just do live stream only in YouTube channel. He has the best audiences always. Right. Oh, I have like some mistake. The red dots. We need to paint it over the base color. For the base color, actually, I didn't pay. Just apply beige using the airbrush over the black, just highlighting. So I have some like dark parts here. Guys, if any comments, questions, feel free to share. Let's discuss. Great. All right. Okay, I think that I just painted not so well the base color. It seemed like a bit transparent as the previous coat. Good. So let's just carefully paint here, right on the armor. Thanks for joining, guys. And just finish this super miniature. Open your like and subscription to my channel. There are tons of content and only end-to-end tutorials and only actually in Reels. Yeah, I think I thought about like the conception, but I think that in Reels it's faster, easier, like to find some idea. I don't know, like for many miniatures I don't see any reason to do full format, like 20 minutes explanation. And the general flow is some like suggestion how to apply the paint. It's enough for many cases, I think. What do you think about that? Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm out of my camera. Thanks for your likes, guys. Really appreciate. That's very motivate me. Okay. And from the top, just gently touch the hairs. Okay. Good. And here still some plate on the face, close to the face, so we need carefully reach it and paint. Good. And another one. to find good position whenever our hands not shaking. We can paint it. I see here some place that probably would be nice to add the gold, especially the contrast, apply pretty nice. Cover even like dark surfaces, so why not? Why not to do that? Go down with this. Okay, contrast paint just drying faster than regular paints, and I probably need to quickly refresh my brush with the brush soap and just finish this like couple trims. All right, good, and quickly refresh the brush soap. You can see a lot of pigment on my brush. Remove one paper towel. Okay, we just clean it up and good. We can continue. Okay, right. Keeping in the focus of my camera. I just paint this armor on the head of our kangaroo raptor, I would say. No, my brush is not clear enough. I see some artifacts. Okay, let's just touch with the side of the brush. And continue. And let's try right now. Okay, what left? Good. Again, here's some mistake, small mistake I did before. So let's just quickly remove it. So I'll take my default beige color I used and with water And then just okay, let's give it dry this layer. All right. When next horse, that's like white grayish, like smoke. So nice, I think, especially all of these muscles. I just mixed. No, that was like actually the basic holy white contrast paint. So like for animals, for this all of this part that applied pretty cool. Okay, let me probably back to the greedy gold. Oh, there was a lot of gold, just like the block channel. Okay, so I did a lot of paint. So and then do all of the trims, like in our dreams. Okay. Guys, feel free to ask any questions. Thanks for your likes, guys. Really appreciate your support. Definitely my channel with your comments, with your views, with your feedback, that you join, that you engage with the content, like, and have really fun. Some people just join to the hobby with it, and I'm pretty happy for them. So yeah, feel free to join. They are only tutorials, nothing more. It's not like a trash channel, only like regular tutorial about a lot of stuff. So we have a lot of different models. Yeah, if you have some army, you don't know probably how to paint or faster. There was like a question about like Necrons, and I did like a couple video. No, that probably was only one video for Necrons, how to paint them fast. There was as well like a lot of video about Astra Militarum, but unfortunately I don't have them. Need to buy some books. So actually I don't collect death cards. I just bought to show like simple interesting schemes for painting. This Exit Lake, pretty cool. The same like World Eaters. So I'm not collecting, but like when you have a lot of requests, especially to my Patreons who join, so we discuss about the plans, and I'm just posting like what is it going, so all of the upcoming information and like regular comments in the video, so people just highlighting what exactly topics you would like to see, and I try to adapt to your needs. Yeah, so happy if you can just write on the live stream, share your thoughts, maybe some questions. Yeah, I'm happy to answer. And of course, like, happy if you joined my channel. Good. So let's keep it in focus that you can see it pretty well as I. And let's paint. So give me a topic, some guys in the chat. I can like talk a lot about everything, but if you can just highlight me, I don't know, some interesting topic to discuss, I'm happy to probably discuss it. Or maybe, I don't know, you have a question about the hobby, how to start. There was like a lot of people, and I even just created a free PDF infographic on my Patreon. You can just download without any cost. Yeah, how to start what I recommend to pay attention when you're starting. So actually, yeah, the basic my mistake, that's not probably a mistake, because I just started as well with the form factor as like I had some Citadels paints, but like then I just switched it to Arm Painter. There was as well with option visible Leo, with the K interactive brand line, and I really love their form factors that actually they just do in these bottles. I can easily to get necessary amount for me, and I have all of this like metal balls inside, and especially in Army Painter, I always happy when I see this like colors exactly I'm going to get when I'm using it. So yeah, that's so useful. And actually, when I just, I don't know, buying some new miniatures, I try to align with the picture on the bottle. And for example, like for this guys, you can see this like cool blue, and I just saw that's this pretty nice Caribbean Ocean, and I got it. That should be like, I just check it right on the box from the box, and I saw that should be pretty nice for the color scheme. So, and yeah, I can see exactly what I will get. I love it. Good. Yeah, and like actually Citadel contrast is well pretty nice. I have some of them that's very like a bit unique colors. They are cool, but the form factor kill me. And yeah, I don't like a painting right from the jar, because I usually want to mix probably with another color or just add some medium. And yeah, I'm never just use, and again, like when you just painting with open jar of contrast, like let me just show someone. Yes, Telazar blue, great color. You need to mix it properly. It's difficult to understand what is the color exactly. Better to paint something, but when you just open, you just like very liquid, and if you just touch or push, I don't know, by mistakes, everything will be on your table. That's why I don't love this form factor. I have like palette from Redgrass, and they have these add-ons especially for these bottles. So like your palette, I keep it. So that's pretty nice for this purpose when you need to paint directly from the jar. But I don't like this conception painting from the jar, because as I mentioned, it's just mixing with another color, like our, so you anyway need to add somewhere. And like, okay, with regular paints, you can just take apart with your brush and add a new like wet palette, for example, then mix with the water, then mix with another color. But with the contrast, that doesn't work so well. So you need, I don't know, some tools to take the paint from the jar and then yeah, so like a lot of additional work and stuff you need to think when you're working with this Citadel form factor. But paints are good. Paints are good. Okay. Our horse has like whitish gray color, I'm going to avoid some mistakes painting the tree. Okay. Thanks for comments and for your likes, guys. Really appreciate it. And thanks that you joined to the live stream. Hope you subscribe to my channel to have regular great tutorials, a lot, step by step, in a quick and simple reels format that I think very useful for this purpose. Good. Let's just continue with the dream. Amazing. Thanks for joining, guys. Yeah, this model is so like they stay on one leg, so you can't just line it. So you need to be careful. And put your fingers more on some stable surface. Good, thanks guys for joining. So we're going to finish this amazing cavalry from Age of Sigmar Warhammer. That's Realm Lords. Cool guys. They are so cool heroes. I'm going to paint soon. Oh, I had so exciting time painting the Space Wolf Priest. It's so nice. Like I probably spent, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours without contrast, just with regular paint, with all of the shading. But that was so relaxing. The videos will be soon on the channel. I need to montage and plan it. So just join to my channel to not miss it. And yeah, I have regular content, 5-8 new video, short video in every week. And yeah, I always have like video ahead, so you always will get a content. I have like a plan for a month, but yeah, I plan for 5 video per week. An extra 3 video usually do some ad hoc, something that's in progress right now. Thanks for joining, guys. Don't miss to follow me on the channel to have a lot of interesting tutorials every week. Absolutely every week. The October already planned, and I have something that I'm going to add extra this week. All right, here's a place for gold. Why not? That should be very nice and contrasting with like wood color. And again, that's very important to have the contrast of the colors. You can just use some color wheel just to understand the opposite colors if you are creating your own scheme. So that's definitely do pretty nice contrast. Like in this case with World Eater, I mentioned earlier that actually when you have the red main armor and you have the trim with the bronze usually a bit reddish and it create not so strong contrast. It's like a bit more smooth. And here I just use brass, or you can just mix gold with silver and that create pretty nice. It's like better than just like a metal color, some steel, and yeah, and that looks so cool. And again with the like red contrast here that apply, I think amazing for these miniatures. That's absolutely like top solution. I have this miniature painted on my channel, so you can find it as well in detail, like what colors I used, like in which order. So yeah, everything you can find on the channel. Yeah, I think how to organize like some in Instagram, there are like some highlights. In TikTok there are groups, but I don't have like 10,000 followers to create these groups yet. I will do it later after I will like collect the 10,000 of followers, and I think that should simplify the search. In YouTube there are some playlists that I can create actually, but I'm not sure that I can do it with reels, because I have a lot of reels. Question: should I paint my mini after I already put it together, or should I paint it before? That's a good question. They're like all variant work, so don't like choose the one that's like easier and more bring more fun to you. That's more important. I'm usually painting right on a miniature, and again like you just primering with a black. I use always like over it primering, maybe if I'm going to use a contrast with the white over from like 45-degree on the top. I just apply it on it, so you always have like a dark place here, so you don't need to paint them. Like here as well, some dark places that you don't need to like touch. They should be dark, but from the top just to cover with the white. So but yeah, oh sorry, I like a bit like, so for example some elements or like faces for heroes, for characters, I paint separately and then just glue. They glue easier even with paint. Some people just to like apply something elastic mask, for example, on a place where the details should be glued. But yeah, I don't do that, and like actually standard glue from Citadel I use for plastic works super well. So that's like more for you. What I suggest, like, yeah, actually I had, where it was the mini, you can find on the channel. I painted this mini like an experiment right on a sprue, fully on a sprue, even like before removing all parts and cleaning them. So that was experiment, and that looks also good. You probably won't find the place where there was like connection with the sprue. So any absolutely solution work, and always try what like probably if you want to add more details, if you hand, I don't know, like some hand, and probably after you glue some, or like for that was with my Black Templars. So some of their weapon they just keep close to the armor, and I wanted to just more work with like armor with all of these emblems, and I just painted and glue hands in the end. So like usually when I'm painting by parts, I have like legs, body, and separately one head and two hands. That's like my suggestion if you want to paint it by parts. Yeah, and usually I just use my hobbies drill, but you can use like any available for you solution and just glue it on some tool tips or some, yeah, anything you have. So there could be like some custom approach. If any question, I'm happy to answer and like discuss, guys. If you have like alternative view on it, I'm happy to listen, and maybe I will change for myself something. So yeah, that's a community, and I'm really happy that you are joining it, because like based on the comments, based on the suggestion, or like messages in directs, So yeah, that's very useful, guys. I really appreciate that you always, that is the greatest part of this community. That's like always people who are ready to share their thoughts, not just like blame or something else, but support, help with this hobby, share with their like experience. Like there was discussion about Tank Gladiator, that they actually did some customized parts that was integrated with some magnets. And I agree with some people who say that, guys, I'm playing like many years, and I really like suggest not to do with the magnets, because you lose these parts and you usually will have only one setup. And that's true, but a lot of like for beginners, or like if you have some new army and you're not sure about like final weapon you're going to use, mostly like on your battles, and they just use these magnets so to play, I don't know, 10 battles, and then they just decide. So probably I'm going to leave only one weapon that I prefer mostly, and they can just glue with super glue, for example. It's also applied pretty nice with magnet and the plastic. So thanks for your comments and likes, guys. Really appreciate. You are the best audience as usual. Absolutely lovely work with you. Okay, if any other topics, guys, question, comment, feel free to share, maybe to discuss while we finishing with the streams for this cool man on a horse. Okay, here close to the surface, we need to be a bit more careful. So just touching when you tip. Hope you joined the channel, guys. I really appreciate your support. That would motivate me a lot. Because yeah, I don't have any like monetization from these channels. They're just mostly for fun, for my hobby. Here we have a cool streams. And yeah, that's interesting for me as well. Like I'm not collecting all of this army, but it's interesting to me to paint like them based on your request, discuss best approaches. Good. Here on the shoulder as well, some part, but let's just quickly clear my brush. Goes up to like I'm working for a long time with only one paint. Yeah, it's just a dry on a brush and just make it less flexible, and I need just to refresh, clean up it, and continue with the payment. So yeah, I recommend, especially with contrast, because contrast paint drying faster. So I recommend to check it, especially if you like apply the paints not only on a tip as I recommended, right, but here as well. It's very complicated to clean up from here, and that's like just destruct the structure of the brush for further painting. Good. Right. Okay. Good. Right, I think we're almost done with this, man, and thanks guys that you joined. I hope you joined to the channel. I will probably continue a bit later with the streams. So yeah, thanks a lot for your support, for your comments and your likes. I really was glad to spend the time together with you. And yeah, to have the nice discussion in chat. That was super interesting. And I hope if you join to this hobby, you will have a fun as well. Oh, that's so nice, so amazing. For me, that's very relaxing to paint something in the evening. Like it generates dopamine. That's like I have from running and from painting as well. Good, thanks guys. I'll join a bit later and have a great day for all of you. Thanks for your likes and hope you subscribed because a lot of content this week, upcoming years. I have big plan for the channel. I'm already supporting for a half year and I have probably already over 150 miniatures painted. No, video probably painted I more, but I try to post like or some end-to-end tutorial for some miniatures, some fraction painting or some tips that I hope might be very useful for you. So feel free to join the channel and see you later. Bye guys.